welcome back, everybody. We got another deck profile for you. Ryan is back in the house.
Hey.
I know this is one that you've been waiting for a couple sets now because finally got some great Shinegreymon support, right?
Oh yeah, honestly, this was the first deck I enjoyed playing when I got into the game. So it's nice that it's a little better now. It gets a lot better next set, but gotta play it now, just get started, right?
Yep. Yeah, you got some Ruin modes coming up and then Burst too, right?
Yeah, honestly, I'm more excited for the Agumons and Greymons too, because that's where the deck is lacking right now.
Gotcha. Oh, so you're looking for the smaller pieces too.
Yep.
Gotcha.
Yep.
All right, well, let's check it out. Let's see where we're at.
All right, so we're gonna start with the eggs. I'm doing red base, so I'm just running 4 of the BT5 Koromons. Just swing, draw card.
Yep.
That's one of the things the deck kind of lacks is just draw power, so being able to draw a card is pretty good, and you generally don't really care about the DP boost much. So.
Yeah. Man, that Koromon, I love the artwork.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's one of my favorite arts in the game. They're real pretty. A
yeah,
little spendy,
but Evo Cup, the first Evo Cup, right?
Yes. Yep.
June premiere.
Right, and then we got the rookies next. So we're gonna start off with 4 Agu X's. I mean,
oh, okay.
If you're playing Agumon, the Agumon X is kind of mandatory. Also, you're playing Geo Greys, Rise Greys. They're still Greymons, so the Agumon still finds them.
Yeah.
Like worst case scenario, you hard play it. Dig 3 probably grabs something. Best case, you just Evo it on top of another Agumon, get that search for free.
Yep.
So it's just
an
so
insane
much
card.
Yeah. Next up, we got the Agumon. I don't know what set this is from.
Starter
deck 7.
Yeah, that's the came in the the Gallant. Was it in the Gallant mod?
I think
it was the Gallant mod, right?
So. That sounds right.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just plus 2,000 on swing. We're not really playing it for that. We're just playing it because it's a dinosaur. Geo Grey cares about that. So old Agumons, the Agumons have either dinosaur or reptile. You just want to go for the dinosaur ones. So that's what we're maxing out on here. And the other option was the Digiburst one, which we're not playing much Digiburst, so we don't care for that. Next we got the BT12 Agumon. This is just the best rookie in the deck. Like if you're not playing 4 of it, you're doing your deck wrong.
Yeah, it's meant for the deck.
Yeah. It's Evo for 0 because you're going on top of Koromon. You get a dig for 4 on play for a Greymon and a Marcus.
Oh, okay.
That's the big thing because this deck needs Marcus to do anything.
Yeah.
You don't have those, you're kind of just sitting there. Also, the inheritable on this is insanely good. Like, it's so much better than the plus 2,000. You do a lot of neg DP in this deck, so you just want to kill things as much as you can. All right, now let's move up to the champions.
Okay.
All right, so first we got 4 of the BT12 Geo Greys. So this just on Evo, if you don't have a Marcus, you play a Marcus. That's insanely good. That's such good value because you don't want to spend 4 memory to play a Marcus.
No.
Like, you want to play him off this if you can. There's a lot of times if I already have a Marcus out, I'll just Evo them in the back, or I'll save them because your Marcuses tend to suicide a lot. So
yeah.
And again, the inheritable, super good because just the DP reduction is so good in this deck.
I still think DP reduction is like the best way to kill things in the game. Like,
I agree, yeah. And one of the nice things is you can split these up to go other places. I've had this deck do some like negative like 20k plus DP in a turn, and being able to split that between multiple things, you can kind of just clear board.
Yep, you can take out a lot of Hitmons with that.
Oh yeah. All right, so next we got our other Geo Greymon. We're just playing for the security one.
I love that one.
I like it just because there are times where your opponent will swing in. This comes out of security, and it can honestly save you the game if they're trying to swing in with something else that's 4K or lower.
Yeah.
Also, getting the body out of nowhere that you can then go into Rise Grey next turn, or if you have it Marcus out so you can swing. This could just really shift the tide of the game sometimes.
There are a lot of 4K champions. I mean, I've used that a lot to kill Bokos a lot. Like, that's my favorite thing is playing against hybrids, and that thing comes out because I played in my security control deck. I love that card. It,
Yeah.
it does a lot. It has a lot of value.
Yes, it's good, and I would say that it's really good this format too, because hunters, almost everything in
Yep.
the deck is like 4K, so you're just like, all right, bye, like,
Yep.
get out of here. We got one more champion for the deck. I'm playing one of Greymon X.
Why only one?
You know, there's this weird restricted list that restricted this card for some reason because it doesn't do too much, I guess. I don't know.
Gotcha. Yeah.
So it's always going to be 3 to Evo.
Yeah.
You're just going to Evo this in Raising. You don't want to Evo this in play. The main reason is when you're Evoing into a 2-color Greymon, level 5, any amount of colors, but you'll reduce it by 1 for each color. All of your level 5s minus 1 are at least 2 colors, so you're going to Evo for
Cheap.
2 less.
Yeah.
The inheritable on this does literally nothing. I'm not playing that.
Gotcha.
I mean, I guess if someone really wants to, they can. I don't know why they would, though. You're not playing enough X anybody stuff for it to be worth it.
No Shingreymon X yet.
Nope. Nope. All right, so we'll just move right along to the level 5s. You've got 4 BT12 Rise Greymons.
Okay.
So it's 4 over the Greymon, which actually ends up only being 2, and then 1 because you're going to gain a memory back if you have a tamer. And if you're going over Geogray, it's 3, so it's reasonable Evo, and then its effects are really good. You just gain a memory if you have a tamer. Also, when a Marcus Daemon would go to trash, you can put one from trash onto your security stack.
Oh, cool.
So you're swinging with your little 3K Marcuses a lot. They die. This guy's out. They just go back into security. Inheritable does the exact same thing. So you can kind of make it so your Marcuses just never die. Right. After that, I am playing 4 Rise Gray X.
Oh, okay.
So on Evo, you play a tamer. If you're going over a Rise Gray, you then get a minus 2k DP something for each tamer you have. Deck plays a lot of tamers. This is a good way to get rid of something. If you just go over the Rise Gray, you're getting both the effects there, and then the fact that it just buffs itself, it gets plus 1k for each tamer you have.
Yeah, it gets huge.
It gets very big, very fast, and it's honestly kind of like having another level 6, but one that you can go over your Geo Grays if you really need to.
Yeah.
And honestly, for memory to Evo and play a tamer is not the worst. It sucks when you're not getting both effects, but it's still good because a lot of value.
Yeah.
And I'm playing one more level 5. I'm playing one of the
BT4.
BT4 Rise Greymon.
I only know that because I had it in machine for so long.
Yeah. This card, it's just Digiburst. You play a tamer, Digiburst 2 to play a tamer that costs 4 or less from your hand.
Mm-hmm.
It does come up sometimes. This one I generally will just use for Digivolving and Raising because I can't tease it with Marcus because he does only count as red in your hand.
Yeah.
On the field, he'll count as red and yellow though. Also, the inheritable is very good, just on swing minus 2k something. So there's a lot of games where you will just have this going to that. You'll give something minus a bunch for the Rise Gray effects. You'll swing, and this will give it another minus 2k.
Finish it off, yeah.
You can very easily get rid of some big things with that. All right, now we're going to go into the Megas. So I got 4 Shingreymon. It's just so good in this deck.
It's a new one, right? Yep.
Yeah. So BT12 Shingreymon. On Evo, you give one of your opponent's Digimon as well as their security minus 3k DP for each tamer you have in, which you're not Evoing into this unless you have at least 1 to 2 Marcuses out swinging.
Yeah.
So you're giving at least minus 3k. And then you're also giving your Marcuses security plus as well as security attack plus 1, which I've had this come up a lot where I'll have like 2 of these out in a Marcus, and suddenly the Marcus is a 9k swinging for 3 checks, which is kind of scary on a tamer.
Yeah.
Just a lot of value. Also, the minus DP to the security is for the whole turn, so it's very good to close out games. Generally, like I've done that, and then this little Agumon can get over pretty much anything.
Yeah.
I am playing one other level 5. It is not a Greymon. The Kuyamon Maid Mode.
Oh, I heard. Someone told me you were playing that in this. Yeah.
Yeah. So, 3 over level 5, 2 over level 6 have to be yellow, which every level 5 and
Yeah,
6 in the
yeah.
deck is. On Digivolve, you get to play a yellow option that costs 5 or less from your hand, and then put it on top of security. You don't care about the other thing. This is only Sukuyamon. There are enough options in here where this can save you the game. I've had it come up quite a few games.
Okay.
Also, sometimes just cheap Evo over Shine Gray is not the worst way to end the turn. Like, obviously, it's not the most optimal thing, but if you're recovering something and getting to play one of your options, which I'll get to later, then you get a lot of incremental value out of it.
Gotcha.
All right, so next we got our tamers. So, quite a few of these.
Here we go.
All right, so we are playing 4 BT12 Marcus.
There it is. Okay. No surprise there.
Yeah, any less just isn't right. So, start a main phase. If you have an Agumon or a Greymon, you pay 1 memory to make him become a Digimon as well for the turn.
Yep.
And then during your turn, when he becomes suspended, you can Digivolve one of your Digimon into a yellow Greymon from your hand for free. So that will not work on this Rise Greymon. It will not work on this Greymon X. It works... Oh, 4 of those. So it works on all the Geo Greys, the Rises, and the Shines.
Yeah.
You're not really wanting to go to Geo Grey with that, because that...
Seems like a waste.
You're losing a lot of value there.
Yeah.
But going into any of the Rises is really good. If you're going into Shine with that, you're probably about to close out the game, because suddenly Marcus is 6k swinging for 2 checks.
Yeah.
And just go into this for free is insane.
That is crazy.
Getting an Evo into any of these for free is insane, because these ones you're going to gain a memory back, so you're actually gaining memory. This one you're going to just drop another tamer, which a lot of times Marcus will suicide in, so you Evo into this, just play another Marcus.
Yeah.
Or Evo into this one, Marcus dies. Oh, goes back to security now.
The thing I like about the Marcus too is, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but like when you do pay that 1 to promote it into a Digimon, it still counts as a tamer on board as well. So you still get to do like the BT4 Rise Greymon inheritable, as long as that's still on the field.
Yes, yeah, it is still a tamer, and that counts for a lot of cards. Also, it's dual color, which will count for a few cards we'll get to here in a moment.
All right.
I'm also playing 2 of the old BT4 Marcus.
Yep.
This one's honestly mostly just here for a memory setter. Just set yourself to 3. You need to have some kind of memory setter in your deck. I love this deck, but it is not the best at managing its memory, so you definitely want to be able to start at 3, especially when you're having to pay 1 per turn at the start of turn
to do that.
Other Marcuses. Its other effect is when you swing with a Greymon, you can suspend when gaining memory. That does come up.
Oh, of course, yeah.
It's not the biggest thing. Like, obviously, this Marcus is better, but it does come up, and it can make the difference. So next, I got 1 TK Kari.
I love that card.
So just, if you have, at the start of your turn, less security than your opponent, you gain 2 memory.
Yep.
Like I was just saying about the memory, like you kind of need it, so that's huge. And then its other effect comes up quite often too. Just when you swing with something, you can suspend this, give minus 1000 DP to a Digimon.
Yeah, as long as it's yellow, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Which Marcus is yellow.
Yeah.
August, you're not really back with.
Yeah.
Pretty much most everything is yellow in the deck, minus some level 4s.
Yeah, that card is so versatile in OTK decks because you're always at less memory than your opponent. It's like a lot. Remember when people were playing that in Diaboromon? Because you're always at less security than your opponent.
Oh yeah.
And so it's like an easy memory gain. Even though you don't get to use the secondary effect, it's so nice to get that extra 2 memory because it's like I'm planning to win in 1 turn, and you're planning to chip me down. Well,
I still see people play that all the time in Reaper, even if they're not using options, just to gain the 2 memory start a turn.
Yep.
It's huge. Also, if you drop this turn 1, it kind of like there's a lot of people who just won't swing if you drop this because they don't want to give you 2 memory. So it gives you time to just build up what you're doing.
Yep.
All right, so I got 1 more tamer for you.
1 more.
3 copies of Cody. So Cody is actually the newest addition to the deck, and I think it is my favorite card on the deck now. So, really funny thing you can do. Say you just have like the red Agumon or the red Greymon out, right? Start a turn. You pay 1 to make your Marcus a dude. You have a Cody out. Well, Marcus is yellow. you're getting a memory off that. So Marcus costs 0 to activate.
Oh,
essentially.
okay.
And then when you swing with a dual color yellow Digimon, so Marcus, Greymon, Rise, Shine, you can suspend Cody minus 2000 DP to a Digimon. That comes up a lot with all the inheritables like the Agumon, the Greymon, and then you got the Rise Greymons boosting that. That's why I'm saying this deck just does a lot of negative DP really fast. This card has been so good in the deck. Ever since I added them, I feel like my win rate has gone up exponentially.
Nice. Yeah, I wouldn't have thought of that for sure.
Yeah, it's insanely good in the deck. It's a lot better than I thought it would be initially.
So not an Ultimate Cup deck.
Nope, not
a lot of colors. I mean, more than
Yeah, we got a few cards there, but yeah, I like the tamers where they are. You're not playing any hybrids because I mean,
you are a hybrid.
Yeah,
you know,
you don't want to play yellow. Like this deck wouldn't want an Agunimon or something because you only got 6 red tamers, but you're not gonna want to play a yellow hybrid and try to go over the
trying to risk
like
that,
worst case scenario.
Yeah,
just not worth it. Your tamers just do tamer things. Marcus does all the punching.
Yep.
They don't need to do anything. And so we'll finish it off with a few options. So currently, I'm at 2 Shining Blast.
Okay.
I keep going between 2 and 3 of this. The card is insanely good when it's good, and it kind of sucks
when it's
every
bad.
other time.
Yeah.
So when you play it, you can play 1 Marcus Daemon from your hand without paying its memory cost. Then up to 3 of your opponent's Digimon get minus 2k DP for the turn for each tamer you have in play. Each yellow and or red tamer, which that's all
everything.
Of them. Yep. So you only get to play a Marcus off this, but it does count all the tamers. So you're counting the Cody,
the secondary
the TKs
effect,
for that. This is very, very good against hunters or any other deck that just kind of goes wide. You're killing a lot with this. Another fun thing about this is one of the cards you can maid mode. You maid mode Evo for 2 or 3. You play this, you drop a Marcus, then this goes back into security. If you have another Marcus in hand, your opponent swings in, you play that and neg DP some more stuff.
Yeah.
2 board clears is
pretty good for 5.
Pretty
or
hard
free.
to deal with.
Yeah.
So I got one more option that you can play off the maid mode. Sunrise Buster.
Yeah,
I mean,
broken.
We all know what this does.
Yep.
If I could play more Sunrise Buster, I would. But
of course, yeah.
1 is good. Also, just the
synergy is insane.
All of the games where I've got to main mode into the Sunrise Buster is just like, oh hey, like I win this game. Like, what are you gonna do?
Yep.
I got 2 more options in here. I'm playing 1 of Reinforcing Memory Boost.
Nice.
So this one I actually kept going between this and Red Memory Boost.
To find your pieces.
Yeah. So I like Red Memory Boost, but honestly, a lot of times, you're kind of just evoing on top with the Agus, and I like getting that recover. Also, the game 3 memory is
broken.
A lot better than game 2 memory. Yes, it costs more initially to buy into.
Essentially, give you an extra turn card. That's what
Yeah, especially when it's like you want a lot of memory with this deck because a lot of the stuff is kind of expensive. This helps a lot. Like the difference between 3 and 2 is it seems a lot more than 1 most times.
Yeah. Well, being able to put a tamer on top of your security is absolutely terrifying for your opponent.
I have had quite a few games where I've revealed like Shining Blast. Like I just had a game the other day, revealed Shining Blast, so I'm like, oh, okay, just put that on top. Don't have a Marcus in my hand, but my opponent's afraid to swing because they don't want to get the free Marcus. So you can kind of do some mind game shenanigans with the memory boost when you're getting one of your options.
And they gave us that nice foil finally.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, that's another reason it's in. All right, last card. I am playing 1 of Gaia Force.
Oh, for the Quartzmon matchup.
Yeah, so I don't think I really need it anymore. Like this deck, since I've added the Cody, the DP reduction in this deck has gone up so much.
Yeah.
Every card works with it. I don't really think I need the Gaia Force. I still like it in here.
It's a good safety net for sure.
It is a good safety net. It's also it's very unexpected. Like I've noticed people will swing in and they're expecting to hit like Marcus or Sunrise Buster. They're like, oh, you got no tamers, it's okay. And then Gaia Force, and it's like, oh, maybe not.
Yeah. No, I think that card is making a raging comeback this format, for sure. I've seen it in a lot of people's decks that didn't even know what that card did, even though it's like one of the most generic cards in the game. It's on a roll, this format. So
yeah, and I have had a lot of games where this does just end a Quartzmon if you have nothing else going on, which kind of need to do when your tamers need to attack.
Yeah, they need to come out not suspended. Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm very excited for EX4. We get a lot of improvements to the deck. Like we can just replace these Agumons and probably these Geogreymons.
Yeah.
As well as this Rise Greymon.
Yep, and you get a new top end, right? You get a 7.
Oh yes, the Ruin mode. I'm so excited to play with that card. Like, I don't know if it will be the best in the deck, but it looks fun.
All right, well, stay tuned. We'll have an update for you next format. But yeah, Ryan, thanks for stopping by.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Yeah, we'll catch you guys next time. Thanks for tuning in.